What's going on, everyone? My name is Sherwin and we are in the Project Highland studios. Yes, this is the Model 3 refresh. They gave me one to play around with while the Model X is being serviced. But just to mention it a little bit, the issues that I presented to them and that I reported to them were not being replicated as much as they wanted it to be. So rather than work on it, they're just going to do diagnostics, which takes about an hour or so. They gave me a Project Highland Model 3 refresh to just drive around instead of waiting in the lounge area. Now, is it because I know the people there that they offered it to me? Or they're just being nice? I don't know, but thank you. So just to give you an idea, my first Tesla is a Model 3, a 2020 Model 3 Long Range, and this is the Model 3 Long Range also, because they asked if I wanted standard range or long range. And so I said, just if you have the long range, I'll take it for a test drive, just to compare from memory what it is when I had a Model 3. But I'll tell you right now, the ride quality is really nice. It's really nice. I currently have a Model Y Performance, so the suspension's a bit stiffer. Also, I have aftermarket wheels, and the other car is the Model X Plaid. It's on 20s with the stock wheels and tires. Would I say the ride quality is the same as the Model Y Performance? I'm gonna say no. This is a little bit better. Suspension is a bit softer for obvious reasons. Would I say it's better than the Model X suspension? It's not better because the Model X has adaptive suspension, so adjusts the firmness and the softness of the suspension. When you have it set to soft, it's nice. The steering wheel, the horn is where it's supposed to be. It sounds weird that I say that, but again, our other car is a Model X, the refresh, and the horn is not where it's supposed to be. So some of the comparisons I'm going to mention in this video may sound weird, but that's just keep in mind what my other cars are. The turn signal buttons are buttons. They're not what is it called, like touch capacitive? Is that what it's called? These are real buttons and they feel really nice. The button to open the door is an actual button. Again, it sounds weird, but the Model X to open the door, I don't think it's a real button. It's just like touch capacitive. So I like it better, being that I think they are physical buttons. So correct me if I'm wrong, because it just feels that way. Cabin noise, road noise, it's very well improved. Where am I going? Oh, that touch button, the turn signal button is really nice. All right, so here's the trunk. It's a blue exterior, black interior. I don't think you could go wrong with any colors of the Tesla vehicle. They all look pretty nice. Let's see how this hood is, or the frunk. Ooh, what is this? What is this? That's something new. What is that? Huh? Is that to access the low voltage battery, or is it still here? Never mind. But yeah, this is something new. When did they put this on? I don't know what that is. So if y'all know what this is, let me know. I don't know what that is. Interesting. Oh, and the windshield washer fluid is now down here. It used to be up here. Interesting. Okay. Oops, we're not going forward. See, it has an indicator or sensor where if you press the brake pedal, it automatically goes forward or backward. And we are in and out right now at the parking lot. And because there's no vehicle in front of me, it thinks that I should go forward, but I don't want to go forward. So I don't like that. I usually have that off in our Model X. I had to adjust the regen in the beginning, but then realized they charged it to 100%, and the setting to enable regen braking even at high state of charge was disabled. I had to adjust that because the regen wasn't where I'd like it to be. Once you start driving electric cars or Tesla or anything, the regen thing tends to grow on you, and you always look for it. I previously drove Priuses, and so that was my first taste of regen braking. It wasn't as bad, but it was definitely different. And then got to our first Tesla, which is the Model 3. At that time, the 2020 Model 3, you could actually disable. You had more control over the regen braking, but they removed it. And then I recently test drove the Rivian R1T, where the regen braking is a lot more. It's a lot more. It's stronger. And so, but I love it. I love the regen braking. It's just a feature that I always look for. Is it a feature? Because it's already there. It always comes with it. This also it's similar to the Model X, and I'm gonna say Model S, although I don't own a Model S. But just the layout where there's no more stock. Everything is like swipe to drive. But yeah, so far this is a nice Model 3. It's making me miss having a Model 3 because I think this is really a different car than how I can remember my Model 3. But that was like, well, I traded it in August 2022, so almost 2 years ago. But it seems like it's built better. At the dealership, when I closed the door, it's different. It's different. I don't know how to explain it. It's softer sound. The sound sounds better. It sounds weird. But it just feels like a more premium car just by closing the door. I don't know. If you currently have a Model 3, the previous gen, which sounds weird saying that, or a Model Y, and there's a Tesla dealership nearby, I mean, you don't have to test drive it, but just go there and open and close the door. I don't know. It's just, it's the little things that I noticed that I just want to share with you guys that is very interesting to me. I'm gonna make a U-turn. Hopefully this is okay, similar U-turn radius. I did a U-turn into a 3-lane street, and it took up most of it. So they still haven't improved the turn radius, but once you get used to it, it's not a big deal. You just always have to adjust. For sure, you're not going to make a full U-turn if you're turning into a 1-lane road. 2-lane road, it's doable. I've done it plenty of times, but you just have to go up a little bit more and then make your U-turn, so that when you're doing your U-turn, you can take a little bit of the lane of the, is it adjacent, or that street that you would normally turn left into. You could take up that part, because it does eat up a lot of road because the turn radius isn't that great. if you get a chance to test drive or just even take a look, just opening and closing the door, it's really different. I don't know, it's like it's one of those things that I don't appreciate until there's something different. And I would say I appreciate that sound, that feeling of closing the door. Why does this part of the video sound weird? I just have to say it. I'm just thinking out loud. To me it's like, this is really nice. Just the opening and closing it. Why can't I get off that topic? All right, I'm gonna tell you this. They don't have the 85 mile per hour limitation on here. At least it didn't warn me. But they don't have full self-driving, just auto steer on this as well. I wanted to play with the FSD with the new cameras, but it's not on this car. They didn't enable it. I did a little full send of it going into the freeway. It feels very similar to my Model 3 long range. I enjoy my Y performance a little bit more when I'm punching it. There's a little bit of a pickup on the Model Y, a little bit more. But comparing to the previous long range that I had, just off of memory, acceleration seems to be very similar. It's fine. If you don't have a Tesla, then you know the acceleration is really great, especially when you first experience it. But once you've already owned a Tesla for some time, it's just like normal. it's normal. it's still fun. It's good to know in the back of your mind, you're like, yeah, my car can do that. But for me, I don't do it as much anymore. I think it wore off. I think it wore off. But there's times where I'm at like maybe a stoplight, or I'm getting on the freeway and there's nobody around. There's a carpool entrance by my house that's like not many cars go on, and it's an uphill. And so there's times when I have my Plaid with me that, you know, full send. Yeah, so it's fun, and knowing that you have that capability. Oh, I should have made a left here, darn it. Yeah, but knowing that you have that capability, that you can do it, that your car can do it, is always nice to have, nice to know. But for me, I think that it wore off. So I don't do it as much, and you'll eat through tires. If you do it often, you eat through tires. So is it worth it? If you could afford the tire replacements frequently, then yes, it's very worth it. It's an experience. It's an experience. Even just the long range is just an experience. I haven't driven standard range. I've been in an Uber where the Model 3 was a standard range, and I do notice a difference. So we're gonna hop on the freeway, waiting for this light to go on, and see what happens here. All right, let's okay, yeah, it's not bad. It's not my performance, and it's definitely not like the Plaid. But you know, that's not really a fair comparison. But it picks up, it jumps. So in my opinion, I think Model 3 is like, on paper, it's not Tesla's best-selling car, because the Model Y is their best-selling car. Because for the price, you get more out of the Model Y than the Model 3 in terms of, like, you know, size, utility, and stuff. But like entry level, Tesla just knocks this out of the park. The Model 3. This is a great, like, if you've never owned an EV, like, the Model 3 is like the best car you can get. next to the Model Y. If you could fit it in the budget, you know, the Model Y would probably give you more options as far as like storage room, just being able to drive higher. You got the hatchback design, so if you're after that. But yeah, I miss my Model 3, especially today, like after today. I don't know. I miss it even more. Can I have a Model 3 again? Now, I did see a poster at the dealership regarding loans, or not loans, but leases. I didn't realize you could lease these things for like less than $400 a month. That is insane. That is insane. So it's a good option. The problem is you can't buy it out. When your lease is done, you have to return it. So if you're in the market to lease a car, I don't know if that's going to be an issue. Some people just don't want it after the lease, so that'll work for them. But man, standard range Model 3, LFP battery, you could charge to 100%. Oftentimes you want, it's all good. Your range, EPA range is around 270 miles. Man, the efficiency on this thing, and even if it's a sedan, this car can fit a lot of stuff, especially when you lower the back seats. I know because I used to own one. I've done trips in the Model 3. So this is a great car. This is a great car. Go test drive. Go test drive it if you can. It's really a nice car. I'm very impressed with just the driving experience that I've been having right now. It's very different from the previous 3 and then the Model Y. I just turned on ventilated seats, and I could only imagine this in my Model Y. Oh my God, Tesla, you dropped the ball on that. Oh God, ventilated seats. My booty feels so comfy. I'm sorry, ventilated seats, man. Oh my goodness. It's really a treat. It's really a treat. They should just ban cars without ventilated seats. I'm sorry. Or ban EVs without ventilated seats. That should just be, if you're gonna put heated seats, you gotta have ventilated seats, man. You gotta have the opposite. You gotta have both sides of the spectrum. Come on, get with it. So this is a promising thing with the next generation Model Y, because if this generation or this new generation Model 3 has it, they have to put it on the next Model Y. So this is such a treat. Oh yeah. Now I do have a referral link in the description below. So if you are planning to purchase or lease, I think I get credit on the lease too, I'm not sure. And you don't have anyone else to be referred by, use my referral link in the description below. But yeah, I've had a good time. I was a little upset earlier, a little discouraged, a little down when I left my Model X for service, but maybe they noticed that. That's why they gave me this car, to put a smile on my face while I wait. I don't know, but I'm liking it. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video of me just taking my first drive on the Model 3 Highland. When should we stop calling it a Model 3 Highland? I don't know. It's the Model 3 now. There is no, you know, that's it. So if you liked the video, please like, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you haven't seen my Rivian R1T demo drive test drive, please go check that out, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching.